In studio with us, head coach DeMeco Ryans. Coach, congratulations. Great to see you.
Great to see you guys. Thank you.
Big week with the Titans coming up, but let's review everything about the win over Jacksonville. Do you have 2 or 3 hours? Maybe we don't have that long, but that was a sensational win. Can you just talk about the comeback trail a little bit? Everybody's spirits lifted with each play that went down.
Yeah, for sure. It was so many guys making some impact plays in the game, and I think the play really there in the fourth quarter that sparked it for us when Davis connected with Jaden Higgins in the end zone. To see our guys get in the end zone again, I think that just uplifted our entire team and that confidence there. No, okay, we can go score.
Yeah.
And we can go score again. And we did it with confidence. We were really driving the ball all day on their defense, so I felt confident in what we were doing. I thought Davis did a nice job. We ran the ball well, but it was just that little dark cloud hovering over us of, are they going to score in the red zone? Right? And we were able to do that, right? And not only do it one time, but to do it, 4 times there with not after the play to Higgins, but Dalton making a huge, what a catch. And for him to be able to get his feet in, Nico on a 2-point convert, it was just so many big plays happening there in the end zone that were, that sparked our entire team to see that confidence. I think when the defense, when they see the offense go score, and I was like, okay, we got to just get a 3 and out or take the ball, just get it to them again. They're rolling, they're hot, let's get the ball back to them. And the defense went out and they made plays at the critical times that they needed to make plays.
Defense faced 9 plays in the fourth quarter, and the Jaguars gained that much. 1 yard. That's pretty impressive. So along those lines, it was incredible. So after they do all of that, you get the ball back at 29-24, you have that drive. I want to go to the end of the drive and just ask you what you're feeling, what you're seeing when Davis takes off and runs on 3rd and goal from the 14. You still got a timeout. I remember as he took off, I'm like, okay, if he doesn't get in, all that's going through my head. He doesn't get in, okay, we get bang timeout. We'll see where we are. But then he gets in. What are you thinking when he takes off with that ball?
I saw them drop in coverage, so it was like a max coverage. They were dropping off only rush 4, and then they matched Woody as a running back, and so the backer ended up running with him, and he took off, and I was saying touchdown.
Okay.
I was saying he's going to get in because when I seen the backer match Woody, it's like there's no one else
he's got his back to it.
left over there, and so I was just like, come on, please get in. And, for Davis, that was such a great decision by Davis, just to not try to force the ball anywhere in that moment, to make the best decision and the best decision at that time. And it's always good in the red zone when the quarterback can scramble. Right? There's not a great answer for that defensively.
Mills is faster than a lot of people think, right? Because as he starts to run, I'm thinking, is he going to make it? He's going to make it. He dove for it. So what about Mills' speed? What have you seen there, Coach?
Yeah, Davis is athletic. I feel like he moves very well for a quarterback, and he did a great job of just on the keepers when we were getting him on the edge, some QB movement plays. He's always done a great job of that, in my mind. And, quarterbacks don't have to be extremely fast, just have to be fast enough. Right.
Is backup quarterback kind of a weird job in that you have to prepare every week as if you're playing, and you might never see the field. In fact, more often than not, you'll never see the field. So what about that mentality, Coach, that goes into it?
Yeah, backup quarterback, you're a coach. Really, you are a coach that can possibly get in. We don't want the coach getting in. The backup quarterback, you talk about preparation, how much you have to be on it because, you're not getting those reps in practice. You want the starting quarterback to get all the reps to make sure everything's in sync. And so you're doing scout team reps. You're trying to make those work, make them as realistic as possible, but to actually go through the huddle calls, the cadence, commands, changing protections at the line of scrimmage, it's a lot. As a backup quarterback, you don't get the reps in the week, and then you're thrust into a game, and you're expected to go do a great job. Well, I think that's where Davis truly benefited from having the week of preparation. And that's what I kind of talked about last week. Him having a full week of preparation allowed him to be in a position, right, to go and play a good game for us.
I know we've talked a lot about Davis, Coach, but I said this to Mark today. And get your thoughts on this. They punt us at 29-24. We got the ball at the 7 because we went 93 yards. Yeah, so we're at the ball at the 7. And 3rd down at 10, he's got to back up into the end zone, and he's got a couple guys bearing down, and he hits Dalton on that over route. I felt like when I told Mark, I said, I felt like at that point, like, okay, something's in the water today. Like that play right there, getting us out of the shadow of our goalpost with time. I think we can do it right now. That seemed to be a big play, a big throw. What are your thoughts about that third and 10?
I would say, I don't know if I said, I think that's the play of the game. I mean, because we had 2 plays there that we didn't get any yards. And for us, that third down play to Dalton, that was the play of the game to really get us going, get the drive moving. And I had to look back at it again this morning. I was like, okay, it was 6 minutes left on the clock. I was like, man, we chewed up a lot of clock on that drive. Like, that was an outstanding drive by our offense. And it all started with that third down play by Dalton. Then we were able to get a couple really good runs in from Woody, from Chubb. And it was we were all off and moving.
Yeah.
That really stuck with me, Coach, the fact that you were able to run the ball on that drive. It wasn't a hurry-up drive, but you knew you were running out of time, but you wanted to take the time, too, if you possibly could. You knew it was win or lose on that drive probably.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of panic, right, when you're in this. It's like, oh, we got to go score. But you got to remember, and just reminding guys, let's just get back to what's worked for us. Like we had a ton of positive plays, thought the O-line blocked it well. Our backs were finishing forward a lot. They played physical. And so the run game was there, and we utilized it. We utilized it to our advantage. And in that moment when people are probably thinking more heavy pass as a defense and you pop a couple runs in there, you're able to get some big gains.
Coach, 2-point conversions. I'm going to ask you from coaching standpoint and then from a defensive standpoint, because I feel like as a defender, if you stop the 2, and going for 2 can happen on a lot of different stops, but it always feels like when you stop the 2, it just takes a little bit of that momentum away from what they just did, scoring a touchdown. The flip side of that is when Nico catches that ball, which is an incredible catch, which you talked about, now you've got even more momentum offensively because you've gotten the 2, especially when you're trying to climb back into the ball game. How do you look at both from a coaching standpoint of making the 2 and as a defender of getting the stop like you did when it was 29-10, you got the stop on the 2. You didn't think down 19, is this going to matter? It ends up mattering because you stopped the 2 there. But how do you look at it from both perspectives, the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, it's a lot of mixed feelings on the 2-point. Like if you're on the defensive side, it's like, man, we let them get in the end zone. So it's that let down, and then the 2-point conversion happens. Okay, we got to stop. It's like, oh, okay, good job, right? But then offensively, it's like you scored a touchdown, same thing. Like then Nico catches that. It's like, oh, my God, outstanding play. You try again and you don't get, it's like, that's okay. We just scored, though. We're good. Like, we're still good. So you have those, different feelings that happen on the 2-point plays. But offensively, knowing you just got in the end zone and got 6, that's the most important thing.
All right, maybe for both of you, what's the best Stingley pick you've ever seen? Because that has to be right up there. Never mind the context of the game, because Miami last year, I mean, that was at the end of the game. That was a tremendous interception. 2 years ago, he had that one against Denver where he came from out of nowhere and reached across his body or whatever. How does that one yesterday stack up to some of the others you've seen, Coach?
Wow. Man, I put that one, I mean, that was probably the best catch. That's one hit. Like, that was probably the best catch of the interception I've seen him. That and the Denver one, like, he always catches the ball like that. Denver, so I think that was the best catch he had yesterday, the one-handed. But to me, the one that I love the most is the Miami one, because it just, to end the game, like they're trying to come back on our sidelines, just him going up, making that play. I was losing my mind on that one. That was a insane play. Just when it happened, a critical moment in the game
against Tyreek too.
Yes,
and this is why I love Sting. I said to him, I've said this since he's been here. I was like, he's got the best hands on the team. I've said it to you. I've said it to Mark. I think he's got the best hands on the team. I can't tell you what I said when he picked off that pass, because I'm always in Mark's ear. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he just stuck his paw and it just stuck in there. I think that's the best. Physical play that he's made. The other ones may have been maybe a little bit more important, but it did save 3 points.
Yeah, it was
huge, pretty important.
Man, we needed that at that moment, right? Knowing their field goal kicker's range, like we said, you get it at the 50-yard line. This guy he's live and he's ready to kick. So for us to get that pick in that moment to stop their momentum, like, that was a big play in the game.
What I love about Sting though is, I went up to him after the game. I said, man, that's the best interception I think you've made. And he immediately said, yeah, I got to quit dropping the other one. Like, that's immediately what he thought about was the one in the far end zone on the far side that he had that went through his hands that could have stopped the scoring drive at that point.
Coach, we often talk about with the running game, stick with it. Eventually it'll work. You got to be patient. But defensively, early on, they had some runs, but you stuck with your defense and you started to slow them down. At the end, ETN, 3.5 per carry, whatever. You really put the brakes on the Jags as the game wore on. What about that side of things?
Yeah, that was huge. That was the main key for us defensively, like building that wall up front, stopping the run. We knew that was going to be the key. We knew they were going to try to stay after, but if we stopped them, like, we wanted to put the ball in the quarterback's hand and make him beat us, make him drop back and have to beat us. And so it took, Tommy Togia inside, so many plays that he made in the run game. Our edges, Danielle did a great job playing in the run game. One of his better games was setting the edge, coming off, making plays. It was really a collective effort from stopping the run. The guys did a really good job of staying with it. Right, and not letting down at all. Like, we knew we had to stay with it. They did that. They tackled well, and that was the key to us.
Coach, you mentioned Danielle Hunter. That's exactly where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I'm basically just going to ask,
Danielle Hunter.
How good? How good? Danielle Hunter, go.
Yeah, it's one of the best games I've seen him play.
Incredible.
Since he's been a Texan. It started for me in the run game. When I saw the way he was setting the edge in the run game, like, that's what sparked it for me. And then when he was rushing, like, he was getting off the ball. He was playing explosive, violent, and the tackle had no chance.
Yeah.
And so, for him to get the plays he made, also he had a 2-play sequence late in the game where he goes underneath the tackle, gets a tackle for loss, and then he gets a huge sack.
Yeah, Mark's talked about that a lot.
And it's that was such a huge 2-play sequence in the game to knock them back. Man, it was big. Danielle, he's outstanding. We challenged him all week, right, to really crush the pocket, and he did that. Yeah.
It's strange that he does it, really cool that he does it with J.J. Watt calling the game on television, right? Because it was Watt-like in that way. It's very clutch moment. He comes up big with that stop.
Yeah, that's why you have those guys on your team. Right?
Along those lines, what's it like to be in those TV production meetings with J.J. Watt, Coach? You've done it, I think, twice now. Yeah. What is that like for you, former teammate of yours on national television?
It's always fun. It's easy when I'm in there with J.J. and his crew. I feel like they do a really great job. It just, again, I'm talking to one of my teammates. I probably share a little bit more than I need to with him, but I can just be open, honest, just talk to him. That's my old neighbor, my teammate. Like, that's my guy. JJ is my guy, so he does a great job. We keep it professional, but they want to know, like, the kind of the pulse of the team and where we are, like what's been the messaging all week with the guys. And I feel like when I start talking the message to him, I feel like I'm talking to, my teammates. So it's kind of like I'm delivering my message and I'm pumping him up, pumping the team up. So he gives me a little practice for my Saturday night speech.
So, Coach, we went to you Sunday, which I'm sure you know. Offensive line, a little different. Made some changes during the game. But then you look up, gave up 2 sacks. One of them, I think, was when Davis ran out of bounds. So there's really only 1 sack that Eric Armstead got. Other than that, a couple quarterback hits. Dave said move a little bit at a time, but how do you feel like the offensive line held up, especially in protection?
Yeah, overall in protection, I thought they did a really nice job. Davis had time all day. Starting off, we had to get some things corrected. It wasn't up to our standards, so we had to make changes, get it fixed. And once we got those fixed, I feel like the guys did a really good job of battling. Still things to clean up, but for overall, I thought Trent did a really nice job on the edges, protecting it well. We had a couple zero pressures that kind of got us. We got to communicate better on, our mic points and those things, make sure everybody's on the same page. But overall, you talk about a game protection-wise versus a really good front. Our guys did a great job.
All right, so you played 9 games. We're over the halfway point of the season, which was, I guess, halftime in this past game. But the rookies, Coach, are they no longer rookies? When you talked about Ursery and then you talk about your pass catchers and Woody Marks, what about the rookies?
Yeah, no more rookies. Woody, let's go. Woody's doing a great job. We got to continue to feed him more. Higgins on the outside. We got everybody sees like this guy's catch radius is insane. Like put the ball in his vicinity, he's gonna go and get it. You need a big play. Who shows up on 4th down? It's Jalen Noel showing up when we needed it most to make that play. So these guys are not rookies. They're making plays in the critical times of a game, crunch time. We need it most. We're counting on the rookies. Tay is doing a great job there at left tackle, like continuing to battle down in, down out. He's getting better as the season is going on. So, yeah, the rookie nameplate is off. It's like, let's go, and how can we finish this season the right way?
Coach, you mentioned the pulse of the team, and it made me think about it because when it was 17-0, I was kind of looking for, especially offensively, is there somebody that's going to, I don't want to say rally the troops, that doesn't maybe the right word, but just kind of be a voice of, hey, follow me, let's go. And I looked out and I saw Nico. Now, Nico doesn't say a whole lot. And I saw Nico as guys would run to the huddle for the drive after it was 17-0. He was like slapping fives of guys, kind of getting them back in the huddle. How important were those things yesterday? Nico, just the little things, kind of keeping guys going. I saw Will Anderson really kind of, keeping guys together, like, hey, keep up the spirits. Let's go. We're good. How important is that when you come back from 19 that your leaders, no matter how they do it, whether it's vocal, whether it's quiet, that those guys step up and say, hey, follow me. Let's go.
Yeah, that was my message to our guys all week is, man, let's make sure like we bring positive energy this entire game. Yeah. I don't care what the game looks like, but we need positive energy from everybody on our sideline. Like no matter if a bad play happens, a bad drive happens, that's not the end of the game. Right. So how do we come back? Hey, let's doing a great job. Let's keep going. Like keep encouraging each other, keep bringing positive energy, positive juice, because I told you guys nothing great has been done without positive energy, right? So let's do it. Let's not hang our head if we throw a pick, we give up a run, or like, let's not hang our head. Like, let's just keep battling no matter what happens. And that's what the guys did. They kept encouraging each other. It increases that belief factor amongst your team when everybody's up encouraging you, even though you had a bad play. It's like, oh, okay, well, man, it's not. It's gonna be okay. Right. All right, my teammates support me. They got my back. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep giving my best.
Yep.
Coach, I know this is personal and private, but everyone saw Nick give you a game ball, the passing of Earl Cochran, great friend of yours. Yeah. And Andy Kalu told us a story in the second half. A lot of the Texans legends texting each other saying, it's Earl. When the comeback was on, when the team was climbing back into it, taking the lead, it's Earl. What about that element of the game, Coach, in the weekend?
Man, I can't say enough about that, man. It's such a difficult time, losing such a close friend. I've known Earl since elementary school. Wow. Like, we're from the same hometown. So to be from the same hometown and to be Earl's a few years older, but then when he had an opportunity to come back from NFL Europe, he chose to come to Houston because I was here in Houston, and we connected from that moment in 2006 and really did life together as adults, marriage, kids, like we were family. And so he's and also he was my coach. He was the guy I would lean on, giving me advice, like in the background after every game. He would give me a long text message of, hey, why'd you do this? Why'd you make this third down call? You need to do this on offense. He had the entire plan down. No matter win or loss, he was always there to support me. Great friend, and I knew he was smiling down on us yesterday.
Coach, the value of having somebody that can tell you, because it's easy for Mark and I sit here and go, Coach, you're great yesterday. You're great, But for somebody to say, Coach, Miko, that wasn't great. You guys could be doing this better. Yet it's coming from a place of love from somebody. Like, how important was it to have somebody like that in your life?
Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do without having that, man. It was so huge. Like, if we, I always tell, if we went on a away trip or something, or you lose a game, like when you lose a game, you don't get any text messages. Right. But I would always have 3. That was from my mom, Jamila, my wife. They have to because they don't have a choice. And the other message I knew I was going to get was from Earl. And he was going to tell me about, hey, the game plan, hey, great decision here, hey, think about this. It was just always wisdom, always from a place of love.
Right.
Now, win, loss, it didn't matter. Like he truly cared.
Yeah.
That's tremendous. Coach, big opportunity on Sunday. Tennessee Titans going back on the road for the first time in a while. Feels like it's been a while because it has 3 consecutive home games behind us. What about taking on the Titans in the matchup?
Man, another division opponent. We know how important these division games are. Man, so we know they're going to bring their best, and we got to bring our best. Like, can we build off of what just happened, right? Off the win we just had, such great momentum, such great energy in our building. Can we go out, clean up the things we need to clean up? Because there are still things to clean up, even in a big win. Can we do that? And can we just remain level-headed, like not allow the past win to – allow guys to walk around with the big head or like we've arrived. Like, no, can we get back to work and can we do the things that we need to do to go to Tennessee and get a win? Important game for us. We got to go get it.
All right, the Amegy Bank Ask Coach question of the week. We're going to Music City, and Nashville has all kinds of music, so this applies. It's a hypothetical situation, Coach. You have to sing a karaoke song. We're going to put you up there.
Uh-oh.
We're not really going to do this, but if we did, what song would you pick? What would be your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, that's so hard. Let's go go-to karaoke. Let's do Yeah by Usher.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll get everybody.
all right.
See, the karaoke song, you got to do.
Energy.
A lot of energy.
Okay.
So no matter
Get
how
the
you do
crowd
it,
into it.
it's gonna be
The
good.
crowd will start singing after about
I
a
like
couple
that.
words.
a couple of words. Everybody sing along.
Everybody sing along.
Good strategy. Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.